and welcome back to Durango in northwestern Mexico. This is my third travel themed video coming from Durango city itself, and you know what, today we're just going to jump straight into it. I'm heading to Mercado Gomez Palacio, which is just up that road, to eat scorpions. Brilliant. Hola, buenos días. Tacos de Alacran. Yes, this is actually happening. We are having tacos de Alacran, something quite famous in Durango. Firstly, let's have a look at the setting behind me. Typical Mexican market. You heard the accordion players playing music a minute ago, and it's just awesome. We'll have a look at this place in a bit more detail in a minute. So, tacos de Alacran, scorpion. Jesus Christ, why do I do these things? The thing I want to say about scorpions, obviously there's a bit of an ethical dilemma perhaps. There was a situation in Mexico City a few years ago about a taqueria that was selling tarantulas on tacos. I believe they were told they couldn't do it anymore. Potentially this is similar. I'm not going to touch on the ethical things of eating scorpions, but the thing is with scorpions here in Durango, Durango is well known for it. Even the football team is called Las Alacrans, or a nickname, the Scorpions. And they're extremely prevalent here. Famous in Mexico for being the place where there are scorpions. Not just prevalent, they're almost seen as a plague. So I've seen one in the city, but obviously if you go to, on the mountain, look under rocks and things, you'll see them. And the thing is with scorpions, they're extremely resilient. So I believe they've been around for like 400 million years, obviously well before the dinosaurs. Along with cockroaches, they'll probably be the things that are left when we're gone. And there are over 2,000 species of scorpion across the whole world, I believe. But only about 25 of them are highly venomous, i.e. dangerous, lethal to humans. And when I say humans, I mean adults. So children, babies, obviously much more susceptible because they're smaller or something, I don't know. But that's a bit about scorpions. We're going to continue to eat this beautiful angel now. Can I call it that? It's not fluffy, it's not cute, and it hasn't got paws. So it comes on a corn tortilla, obviously the scorpion, whole, with, I believe it's manchego cheese and lettuce and tomato underneath. So as you can see, completely whole scorpion with the tail on, with the stinger thing there, pincers, whole body. I'll talk about in a moment about how they prepare this. Accordion's back. I think I'm just going to take a bit off the end because they're incredibly difficult to chew. I've got the stinger. Yeah, very difficult to chew. It's got a very strong taste of alcohol, tequila I think, because when they bring them down from the mountains, they store them in alcohol, and I just saw that a moment ago, you can see it now. A little jar of some sort of alcohol, and it's got quite an overpowering taste of tequila. The difference between this and one I had in Thailand is that the one in Thailand was very crispy and crunchy. It didn't really taste of anything, but this, it has a taste, and it's a little bit more, I don't know, squidgy in a way. Apologies for anyone that is squeamish. I imagine the pincers are pretty much the same. Dios, absolute mio. Look at it underneath. Oh Lord. Come on, focus. There we go. And if you're thinking that it's got like, my hands are shaking. If you think it's got like guts inside, it hasn't. It's hollow, because when the woman's preparing it, she takes it out of the alcohol, puts it, she cuts it open and washes it. Obviously you have to wash it, and all this goop comes out, like this grey mush, viscera, guts. Beautiful. And as you can see, it's completely hollow inside. Come on David, grow some balls. Body, tequila. In fact, I think it tastes of tequila more than anything else. This is stunning. Quality content. Gracias.
Gracias a ti.
Perfecto. Okay, let's have a quick perusal through the rest of this market. As always, hola niño. One of the amazing things about these markets is, you know, the communal dining. I love it. All around, all these different places. And also, just like most of them, you have lots of souvenir places, so clearly there is tourism in Durango. Maybe it's not international, but whatever. Spoke to a lady yesterday. This is mezcal with scorpions in. Obviously just a touristy thing you can do. Fruit and veg. There was an abuela back there. I thought she was going to hit me with a chancla because I think she was angry that I was filming. Hola, buenas tardes. And this bit, flowers. It kind of smells of marijuana as you come in, but I think it is just the aroma from the lovely flowers. Okay, I want to show you something on the way out. There's the scorpion place I ate at. I'm probably not going to have scorpions again. I'm thinking I'm just going to stick to a mango boing and a packet of Donitas from Oxo going forward. Yeah, just connecting things to the last video, the Wild West one. There's a lot of leather places, look, over there. People working on leather. And I'm not very good with horse vocabulary. Stirrups, I know that one. There are horse things. Saddle, that's it. Lovely. I was going to say, every time I burp now, it tastes of tequila scorpion. Beautiful. And I was going to say, that place, Las Margaritas, when I was researching, it seems to be the only place in Durango where you can get Alacran. Probably wrong, but at least it's somewhere you can go. And also, I'm no scorpionologist. That's not a real thing. But you might be wondering about like the venom or poison. Apparently, due to the fact that either the scorpion is dead, the fact that it's stored in alcohol, or through the cooking process of heating, that's why you can eat them. The venom / poison is now unpotent. I think that's the right word. Anyway, we're going on to our next spot now. Shush. But before we do, if you're enjoying this video and indeed my Durango series, don't forget to subscribe down there and you can catch subsequent videos. Bloody brilliant. Anyway, let's get going. I've walked on to Parque Guadiana and it feels a bit like Chapultepec Park in Mexico City. You've got like this big long walkway as you come in with stalls and food and souvenirs and things. Goes down to a lake with a little fun fair thing, a train, and on that lake you can get like, you know, those pedalo things and pedal on the lake. And I think I'm kind of desensitized to this kind of place now, because if you go back a few years to Chapultepec Park, there was this whole thing at the time about, you know, how dare Mexico have green spaces and parks like any other country does. There was this belief that Mexico is just full of hell. But it's not, as you can see from the wonderful shots that you're seeing at the moment. And I'd just like to point out that Parque Guadiana will be the last location you'll see of drone shots. Because I went to land it after filming, then all of a sudden it shot up into the air vertically at 1,000,000 miles an hour and disappeared. Fantastic. So I'm slightly tense right now. But anyway, at least I'm in a lovely location. Okay, we're back in Centro, and the place we're going to up here is not called Tacos Woody, as I keep calling it. It's actually called, what's it called? Tortas Willy. That's it. Oh, cars. Okay, this road sign could be a giveaway, foreshadowing a future video location. Zacatecas? No, we've been there 3 times. What about the other 2? Take a guess, let me know in the comments. Hola. Ah, here we go. Discada. Hola. Quiero Discada de 80 pesos.
Discada.
Sí.
No hay, se nos terminó.
Ah, terminó. Ah, no Discada. Sin problema. Okay, gracias. Hasta luego. Fantastic. Don't think today's my day. Scorpions, flyaway drones, and now no Discada. Yeah, Discada terminal. But don't panic, because even though this video is turning into one that I would only describe as Oaxaca-esque, hilariously disastrous, I wouldn't be a not so sexy YouTuber without a backup. Okay, I think this place is called El Centauro, Centaur, the horse man guy, right? We're not having birria, don't panic, we've had it a million times. It's closed. Think, David, think. Hola, amigo. Quiero 2 barbacoa tacos, por favor.
No tengo nada, carnalito.
No tengo nada. Sin problema. Okay, when in doubt, come home and order an Uber Eats. Okay, seriously, I'm not winding you up, but there's no power. Great news, the power's back on. And even better news, I finally have food. These are called Mulitas. They look like gorditas, but like Spain in a minute. And we've got al pastor, of course. Classic Mexican takeaway. You know, the little salsas in the little pots, or in Mexico City, you normally get them in little plastic bags. The secret is to keep them afterwards and use them in other things. Apparently that's an abuelita secret. Anyway, they're stuck in. So Mulitas, I've looked up the word mulita, and it's armadillo. The only reason I can think these are called Mulitas is because it's got like a hard top, as in 2 tortillas, and inside there's lots of meat. This one is al pastor and cheese inside. Absolutely stunning. And of course we have al pastor, just regular with, of course, all of that. Cilantro, limon, cebolla. And I've got to say, they are so much better than the food I had in Guanajuato. The al pastor in Guanajuato was diabolical. These are fantastic, almost on Mexico City levels of amazingness. Okay, I'm just going to eat the molita plain, pretty much. Look at that, baby. You don't know how good it is to finally have food, because clearly that Alacran did not fill me up earlier. Oh, it's just amazing. The thing I want to say about this sort of food in Durango, gorditas are everywhere. Obviously you can get them everywhere in Mexico, but they're particularly prominent among Durango gastronomy. Look at all the cheese and the meat. It's certainly better than the scorpion. Right, so I'll have Discada in another video, I promise. And while I eat my food, finally have a meal, I just want to highlight about the fact that this video has been a bit of a disaster. Mayhem, entropy, as something gets gradually worse and worse due to matters out of your control. But you know what? Shit happens. I'm not going to look at it in a negative way, as I probably would have done in the Oaxaca video. I'm looking at it in a positive way, because that's life. I've still got my health. I've still got mulitas, which are bloody brilliant. And that's that. So I hope you enjoyed the scorpions and my catalogue of disaster throughout this video. Thank you. And this is the last 20 seconds of the video, so check over the other side of the video. You'll see end screens popping up. If you're watching this at a later date, you can click on the bottom one, which should take you to the next video. If you're watching it right after upload and you haven't checked out the previous Durango videos, you can click up there. See? Interaction, audience retention, watch time. Lovely. I'll see you next time from somewhere in Durango where hopefully things will be open and I won't lose any expensive technology. Brilliant. I'll catch you later.